Hello everybody, my name is Benji, and welcome to one of the first recorded videos on my channel. So this is a lovely little game that I have enjoyed playing for months now, called Satisfactory. And Satisfactory is one of my favorite games because it combines some of my favorite things, aka good gameplay, amazing graphics and visuals, and almost most importantly, math. I am a huge nerd. I love math. I'm majoring in physics, so I kind of have to love math. Don't worry about that. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a tour of the base so far in my current update 3.5 save for Satisfactory. In this save, we have an unfinished Fixmas factory and a mostly finished Fixmas factory. We've got a large central factory with one of my favorite things on the entire planet, a color-coded switchboard. So each of these has a custom control. The red ones go to the main power line, which goes back to where we're making all of our power. Over in wrong button, this area here. This one goes to iron because it's white. Copper because it's that sort of brownish red coppery color. Steel. Actually forget what this one goes to. That's embarrassing. Oh no, I know. That one goes to steel, that one goes to limestone, Caterium, the Fixmas stuff, and last but not least, the oil tech. And yeah, so this is Satisfactory. This is my hypertube hub. Not all of the hypertubes are active yet. I'm saving this middle one here for bauxite stuff. This one goes to a Fixmas factory. This one goes up to my biomass area, which I used to use for power. Got me 420, nice, megajoules, megajoule hours I believe it is, or kilowatt hours or something like that. Nope, that's not gonna tell me anything I need to know. Megawatt hours. Currently at a crisp almost 5K. And I guess the first thing that we should do is probably go check out our power. There's my power. This game is wonderful because it combines the ingenuity of taking resources from multiple areas on the map and putting them into various machines to create a desirable outcome. That right there is my storage facility, using a couple of quality of life mods. Nothing super game breaking, just general quality of life stuff, and that's obviously a Fixmas tree. So we're going to take the relatively long journey from the main factory all the way over to my power area. There's the unfinished Fixmas factory. Doesn't have any walls yet. It's also currently offline because Christmas is past, unfortunately enough. Christmas is a limited time throughout the season, throughout the year, so Coffee Stain Studios, the developers of this game, thought that it wouldn't be right to keep it in the game forever. They left it from, I believe, December 1st, all the way up until January 18th. That sounded like my power shutting off, but it didn't. Ah, it was me splashing. So this is my coal power plants. This one got me 2,400 megawatt hours, these two combined. 8 coal gens in a row, 3 water extractors each, and 16 per 2. Using the coal from the other area. using the overfeeding method here with the water pipes going over top of the coal and feeding in from above. Same exact thing down there, just shifted over because I ran out of space. And unfortunately, I could not fit my 6 water gens for those. I believe it's 3 rows of 32, so 20, or 36 rather. 36. So I had to put them down here. I had to put some pumps and such to get the water to where it needed to go. Took a decent length of time. I'm gonna turn on my flashlight here. But these are all run using compacted coal. So I use half the coal with some additional sulfur in order to make the compacted coal in these 10 assemblers right here, which feed in the underfeeding method, which you can see through the glass right here, in order to have the water pipes flowing underneath and coming up when they're needed, as well as the item conveyor belts for the compacted coal when they are needed. And this gave me 27k, which puts me at a 5,100 megawatt hour capacity, which I am most likely going to blow straight out of the water as soon as I start actually making some oil tech stuff. So that's about all there is to see over here. Very entertaining, I'm sure, watching me just run around. When Update 4 to Satisfactory comes out in roughly a month or two, I am very heavily planning on streaming this game to Twitch in my spare time while I'm here at college doing my studies. That free time will not be as much as it is currently, since right now all I have is Ensemble and Lab, and I don't have any of my actual classes quite yet. But eventually that will take over my life. Very, very sad. But it is what I'm here to do. It is my primary purpose, to be here and to do college while I'm here. So I would much rather actually be able to get a job in the future. I do not believe that I would be good enough at creating YouTube content or Twitch content to make a living out of it. However, it is something that is just, simply fun to do on the side. So welcome to the Fixmas Factory. Unfortunately, there are no gifts flowing through the trees at the moment, since everything has been ended with the Fixmas program. But we stocked up roughly 600 Fixmas Wonder Stars, and we have this wonderful system to be proud of regardless. 4 Wonder Stars per minute is nothing to sneeze about, given the fact that I have so many furnaces, 20 smelters, or foundries rather, all of these assemblers, way too many assemblers on this floor, nightmare to get them packed, even more assemblers and constructors for the tree branches. Ooh, almost fell down the hole there. And last but not least, finally up here to the Fixmas Wonder Star production floor. Very tedious to build all of this, let alone to color almost everything. The only thing that I didn't color was belts, starting on these floors because I ran out of paint. And I wanted to do the buildings primarily. We still have all my construction materials here, and if I wanted to get the factory kick-started again, I have 24,000 spare gifts, just on the off chance of me ever wanting to get that started back up again. That is certainly my most impressive Fixmas factory, so I won't bother showing the other one that actually has walls. It is not nearly impressive as my 4 belts of iron that go up to my smelting floor. And I guess we'll just start going through... Whoa, frame rate. That always happens when I'm in my hypertube system. So, one of the things that I wanted to do for this save was get roughly 10 of every item per minute. The only things I'm beginning to make an exception for at this point are oil tech stuff, like supercomputers, computers, heavy modular frames, high-speed connectors, and circuit boards. Because it takes a lot of oil, oil is very sporadic, aka there's some here, there's some way up here, and a little bit here, and a whole bunch down this way. But that is way too far for me to have the time to actually get it back here by train and get it working properly. It's not worth the effort, in my opinion, and I'm doing this for fun and my own personal enjoyment more than I am for a milestone. So I decided to bend the rules a bit, starting at tier 5 and 6 with oil tech and only doing 5 per minute. This floor is entirely dedicated to current research, which is basically calculations to figure out how I get 5 per minute of something, and the 10 per minute of the smart plating, the very first elevator part. The overflow goes outside and into the resource sink. Up on the next floor, we've got the 10 per minute and some more research. Forgot I put all of the temporary computers and temporary heavy modular frames on this floor as well. But this is where we get the 10 per minute rotor and 10 per minute reinforced iron plates from. We also have a little access here to our 4 240 belts of iron. Up on the next floor is our general production facility. So we've got all of the basics. We've got quick wire, we've got concrete, we've got copper sheets, AI limiters, modular frames, which are currently being produced because they're not full. We've got wire, we've got cable, we've got iron plates, screws, iron rods. We've got every single basic item, including, I think I already said concrete. And it also connects into our storage system using the very lovely Hopper mod, the item dispenser mod, which I use Satisfactory Mod Manager in order to access these mods, and the wonderful creator of the mod did an amazing job allowing you to set a stack to dispense every time you hit E. Boom. I just got 500 automatically because it refills my partial stacks. And I've also got my bulk storage in the back just because that's not really enough storage for me on a daily basis. Everything gets stored in this room except for oil tech. I'm gonna need to end up expanding this room, but for now all of the steel stuff and everything up until steel has been fit into this room. So at this point we're going to head on up to the next floors, which will end off the video here. So the next floor is my steel processing floor. Using the solid steel ingot, I can turn 720 iron and coal into 1080 steel ingots per minute frame rate drop. Simply because of the fact that I'm using the solid steel ingot recipe, which takes a 1-to-1 and turns it into a 2-to-3, which is very handy for large-scale builds and anything that needs lots and lots of steel, which I'm going to need for the heavy modular frames, so it works out perfectly. That's the entire purpose of this floor, is just for steel, nothing else. This is my main smelting floor. We have so many of these smelters on this floor. We've got the capacity of 4 belts of iron, 240 per minute, and 2 240 copper belts per minute. The copper is sadly going to be used up shortly, and I will need to have another smelting floor higher up in the base in order to add more copper into my thresholds. Sadly enough, I ran into the belts because my jump was too high. This is the first of the steel floors. Oh no, 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 oh no. I fell into my hypertube. I have hypertubes connected to every major processing floor, including the main processing floor for all of the basic items, the main processing floor for the steel, and soon the main processing floor for the oil. So in here we make 10 encased industrial beams per minute over here, with an overflow of roughly 20 steel beams coming out. And we also have 10 motors per minute, which has an overflow of stators, even though I don't really need them for anything, and an overflow of about 10 or 20, I really forget which, steel pipes per minute. And on the next floor above this one, we have the next tier of the space elevator parts, which is the automated wiring and the industrial framework, I believe is what it's called, versatile framework. And we have 10 of each of those per minute as well. Any of the excess that do not need to go into storage get sunk in the resource sink to get me coupons, because coupons are something that I need in my life. And up here on the last floor of the tour for now is the soon-to-be oil floor, which currently only has a train bringing oil to the base from the oil nodes on the self-proclaimed Gold Coast, named that by a couple of popular Satisfactory YouTubers such as I'mKibitz and Total X Clips. It has 2 pure and 2 normal oil nodes over here, resulting in 6 train cars of 120 oil per minute, which I believe comes out to be 780 oil per minute as a total autosave that I have to work with for my supercomputers, computers, heavy modular frames, high-speed connectors, and circuit boards, all in the oil tank. I haven't done any of the framework for the train yet, so it looks like the platform is pretty much just floating, which it is right now, unfortunately enough. Can't fix that yet, but I will end up fixing that in the near future. And this floor will be covered in our friends, the refinery, with the newly updated texture that looks absolutely superb, in my personal opinion. And eventually we will reach the top of that peak mountain. Won't let me ping, apparently, that far. And at some point we will end up reaching the height of the space elevator. But that's for when we start getting into turbo motors and going up where you see those stinky rocks. To get bauxite, which is all changing in Update 4. And I'm not really sure if I would like to start over for my Twitch streams or just hop back in and have this video as a prerequisite for the Twitch streams, just to get anybody caught up to speed that would like to be caught up to speed with all of the new stuff. But on the off chance that nothing changes, or if everything changes in fact, I might just need to completely start over. And if I start over, I'm probably going to end up starting in the Green Hill zone over there, or back in the starting zone over top of these hills. With that, I'm going to go on ahead and end the video. I would like to thank everybody for watching the video and taking the time to check out the channel. As well as I would like to let you know that I do have a Twitch channel. It is linked in my description. Not the video description, but my channel description. As well as I have my own personal Discord server for the channel, just in case I end up getting a boom in publicity. That is also linked in the channel description. On the channel in the coming months, I would like to play more Satisfactory, as well as possibly some Mindustry in episode form, not stream form, because a stream of Mindustry would be very boring. Raw gameplay of Mindustry is a snorefest, basically, without any commentary. And over on Twitch, I will mainly be streaming Satisfactory or any other game on PC that I would like to stream. So, without further ado, I would like to thank you all once more for watching, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye-bye!